In the beginning of the drama, we see our female lead Luji at her elder sister Jae's funeral. She is told that her sister died due to illness and that too on her wedding day. But Luji cannot believe it, her sister was completely fine, so how could she suddenly die like this? Meanwhile, the male lead Fong and his younger brother Jian are shocked to see Luji alive. They had heard that Jae's younger sister had died, so someone clearly misled them. Seeing her sister in this condition, Luji becomes very emotional. On the other side, Fong and Jian's cousin Hee-won is shown. His assistant Jean tells him that the girl they were searching for has arrived, and now they plan to catch her. At the same time, Luji starts questioning them. How did her sister die? She insists her sister wasn't ill, and accuses them of lying about her death on her wedding day. Before things escalate, Jian arrives, and informs them that Yuan has come, so for now they decide to hide. Yuan enters suspecting that Luji is a member of the One Heart group, their biggest enemy responsible for Feng's mother Auntie Min's death. He wants revenge. Before Yuan can create trouble, Fong stops him, saying he will decide what's right himself. When Yuan interferes, Fong even slaps him. Soon guns are drawn and Fong orders Yuan to leave, saying he wasn't invited. With no choice and without achieving his target, Yuan leaves. After this, Luji notices a bullet wound on her sister's chest. She again confronts Fong, realizing her sister was murdered on her wedding day. Fong silences her and takes her to his room. When she regains consciousness, Fong questions her if she is alive. Why was everyone told she was dead? And is she also part of the One Heart group like her sister? Luji denies everything. She says she has only just heard this name and doesn't know how the news of her death spread. Her sister had sent her abroad to study and to escape from debtors, and after that she knows nothing. Suddenly, she tries to run away from there. Fong tries to stop her, but she refuses, saying she has to take revenge for her sister. She believes Fong is not responsible, but still cannot stay. While escaping, she injures her leg badly, and while running recalls her past, how deeply she loved Fong. But one day, she suddenly found out that Fong was going to marry her elder sister, which broke her completely. The next day, her sister sent her abroad, saying they would meet again after handling everything. After their parents' death, they only had each other. Meanwhile, debtors were also after them, so to survive, her sister decided to marry into the Lu family. She promised Luji that she would come to meet her, but suddenly her sister died. Luji still cannot understand why she was killed and wants to know the truth. At night, while trying to call someone, Luji notices posters everywhere declaring her wanted, with her picture on them. Even the army arrives to capture her. Seeing so many people, she gets scared and doesn't know what to do. She tries to escape, but they chase her, and one officer even shoots her in the leg. Before she can be harmed further, Jian and Fong make a powerful entry and start fighting them. Yuan's Chelly also reaches there. They are not ready to let Luji get caught. And as Luji sees Fong fighting for her, she starts remembering the moment when she fell for him at first sight. After that, Luji falls in love with Fong. When some debtors chase her, Fong arrives and helps her handling everything. From that day, she can never forget him. But she never imagined that in the future, he would become her would-be brother-in-law. Meanwhile, her sister's marriage with Fong doesn't even happen, as someone kills her. What this mystery is will be revealed later. For now, Fong and Jian's goal is to save Luji from Yuan's men and escape, which they successfully do. The next day, Luji wakes up at Feng's house. She is still angry, questioning why he brought her there, thinking he doesn't want her to investigate, but she is determined to take revenge. Outside, Fong asks Jian to open the door. As soon as it opens, Luji throws something at him. Jian gets angry, reminding her he treated her wounds at night. She apologizes, saying she thought it was Fong and wanted revenge. At breakfast, Fong gives her a ticket and money, asking her to leave and continue her studies quietly. She refuses stubbornly, and Fong also doesn't back down. As he leaves, she runs and bites his shoulder. Shocked, he asks her, and she challenges him to let her compete with Jian. If she wins, she can stay. Fong agrees with a condition. She must take a button from Jian's shirt. Jian laughs, saying he'll easily win since she can't fight. This angers Luji, and she punches him, making Fong smile. Before she gets hurt, Fong steps in to protect her. Jian claims victory as she couldn't get his button, but Luji surprises them by showing she already took Feng's button. Even then, Fong hesitates, worried for her safety, but she insists on staying. Finally, he agrees with another condition. Within 3 minutes, she must bring stars from the sky. In return, he will train her. She uses fireflies that glow like stars and completes the task. Fong smiles, wanting her to stay safe. They take her to Bronze Leaf, where Fong is the leader. There she sees interrogation and gets scared. Fong tells her she can still leave, but she refuses. She is given clothes and a place to stay, but feels nervous living among boys. Meanwhile, Jinsi is angry, thinking Luji is part of the One Heart group and decides to kill her, not knowing she is Jae's sister. She also likes Fong and believes he cares for Luji. Luji feels anxious among boys. At night, she goes out to find another place. Jian and Fong are still discussing missions and Jae's connection to the One Heart group. By the time they come out, she is asleep outside. Fong rushes to her, showing his hidden feelings for her. A flashback shows he fell for her at first sight and was once told his marriage was fixed with Jae, which he never wanted. Jian teases Fong about caring for her and tells him to give his coat. He also hints that if Luji likes Jian, Fong will lose her. Jian then tells Fong to place a lamp near her. Next morning, she wakes up seeing both a coat and lamp, thinking Jian gave them. Later, she ends up near Fang's training area. Boys tease her, but she defends herself, saying Fong brought her there. She becomes friends with Chang. Fong gives her cleaning work, but secretly arranges a bed for her so she doesn't have to stay with boys. She likes this hidden care. Meanwhile, Fong and Jian find Jae's diary with secret codes, realizing she was not part of the One Heart group and was falsely blamed. A flashback shows she once wanted to marry Fong. On their wedding day, their uncle comes running and shows pictures, claiming she is a member of the One Heart group and must be eliminated. He reminds them how dangerous the group is and that their mother also died because of them. After saying this, he shoots her. Fong gets furious and says he will talk to his elder brother, the commander, because the matter is not simple. Meanwhile, Luji comes under the excuse of returning the coat. She actually wants to check the files in the room to find clues about her sister's death. After that, she thanks them for arranging a bed for her and leave. Yuan is shown with a girl. He only wants to see the brightness in her eyes like his lover had. We later learn more about her. Jinsi sends the girl away, and we learn Yuan's father and Jinsi's father were business partners and strict. Yuan's father killed Jae, then disappeared, and it is suspected illegal activities like girl smuggling are happening. Jinsi is given the task to investigate and is told to cooperate with her father, though she is confused about his plan. Meanwhile, Fong sends Jian to train Luji. During training, Fong himself gets punched and uses an excuse to see her. Jian understands Feng's feelings. Luji practices hard to become stronger. Later, Fong agrees to see her progress, but during fighting they come close. Their heartbeats increase, and she steps back. Fong notices she hasn't bathed for days due to training and takes her to a safe place to shower. She asks about the 4 brothers. He explains there are 3 brothers and Yuan, their cousin, and the commander brother who rarely appears. She asks about Yuan, and Fong hints she has feelings about him. She says Yuan looks strict, but is actually caring. Her pocket watch falls, their hands touch, and both feel nervous. Fong recalls falling in love with her at first sight and wanting to marry her, but the plan changed when her sister was chosen for him. He felt sad, but stayed close by training Luji. It is revealed Yuan loved Luji's elder sister Jae since college and wanted to marry her, but circumstances change, and he still doesn't know her feeling. Later, Jinsi comes to Yuan to confront him about what he is hiding and demands information about her father. He stops her from entering, thanks her for bringing information, and takes her aside. Now somehow he has to find his father. At that place, surely some illegal work is happening. His father cannot be doing any good work. After that, she gets tired while practicing, and her friend Chang is taking care of her. Suddenly, when he is going to bring something, Fan hits him, and something falls down. Actually, Fan did it deliberately. He was asking him for some report, and he was refusing, and again they start fighting. Then she comes in between after seeing this and says, Luji, don't do this, he is my friend. But that man Fan becomes very aggressive and starts beating the poor girl very badly. Then he even tries to choke her neck, but she is also not someone who would step back. She takes full revenge and fights back. And here she even says that he should know who brought her there. It is Fong. If he comes to know how he is treating her, then he will see how Fong will tear him into pieces. All this Fong is also watching from a distance. He becomes worried for Chang that how bad Fan is, he always bullies him. Now all this Jian has also seen. He gives a thumbs up and leaves, saying she did very well with Fan today. Fan is not going to come out of his acting and manipulation. As soon as he gets to know through Chang that Fong and Jian both have gone out for some work, he plans something. Fong had gone to his elder brother, the commander, and he wants to remove Jae's name and tells them that he feels Jae was not a member of the One Heart group. It was their uncle because after killing her he disappeared, so his mission must be complete. But Ju is not ready to accept this. Then why did they find those pictures where she was meeting the One Heart group owner? What was all that? Now whatever it is they will investigate, and then the truth will come out. He also gets angry, asking why why they are not agreeing. On the other side, Fan reaches near the poor girl. He wants to kidnap her and take her away, and Chang is stopping him. Meanwhile, Chang is also badly injured. She tries to protect both herself and Chang, but they're very violent like wild beasts. They hold her leg and tell Luji to run away. Luckily, at the last moment, Feng and Jian both reach there. They start questioning him about who sent him there. Surely Yuan sent him to capture her, but he keeps denying it. He says he was not sent by him, and that he wanted to sell her, so he was taking her away. Now Feng gives her a knife and tells her to kill her enemy herself, and anyway, he has killed her friend too. Because of him, poor Chang also died. She gets scared thinking how she can kill him, and taking advantage of this, he tries to attack her. But in between, Feng finishes him. She gets very scared. For the first time, she saw someone dying in front of her eye. Later, he apologizes, saying that because of him, all this happened. She says no, she could not handle the knife properly, it is her mistake. Her back is injured, so she asks him to tear her clothes so that medicine can be applied. When he does that, she gets very embarrassed. After applying the medicine, he covers her with a coat and says that when he started for the first time, he also felt hesitation. He could not even hold a knife properly and was scared. But when he saw death in front of his eyes, his mother also died. Because of the one heart group from that day, he made his heart strong. She also promises that now she will not stop and will make her enemy pay for it. And he gives her a knife as a gift, saying she should keep it with her always for safety. She happily accepts it and promises that now she will write her own destiny and catch the killer. In the next scene, Feng and Jian come to catch Yuan, saying that he sent Fan to Bronze Leaf to capture Luji and bring her to him. There is a big fight between these brothers, and meanwhile Commander Zhu also arrives and starts slapping everyone, saying what they brothers are doing. In the next scene, it is said that they had promised they would never fight again, but what is happening here? Meanwhile, secretly Yuan Sahib had sent Jinxie to Bronze Leaf, saying that Feng and Jian have come there, so go and bring that girl, and they also reach there to take her. Jinxie is also taking that police officer with her, asking if he knows this girl. Before also they had met her, she is the same one they are looking for. She gets very scared that he might say she is that girl. Feng is also not there, so he should not catch her and take her away. But the man clearly refuses to recognize her there, saying that she is absolutely not that girl. Now, as he had shot her in the leg before, she takes full revenge on him, and he does not say anything and leaves from there. The reason behind this is shown in a flashback scene 3 days ago. Feng had come to him to scare and threaten him, saying that he does not know Luji and should not tell anyone about her, or else whatever he will do to him, he will remember it his whole life. So he silently leaves from there. Jinxie is not going to leave, but before she can harm him, her partners arrive. Meanwhile, her mates have now become very good friends and warn that if she tries to say anything to their partner, she will see what happens. It does not mean that their boss is not there, so she can do whatever she wants. Then Jinxie also leaves from there with a sad face. In the next scene, a meeting of the 4 brothers is shown. Jinxie comes and tells them that although they did not catch Luji, they at least found out that she is in Bronze Leaf. Now about this, he tells his commander brother Mr. Zhu how his brother has hidden a girl in his residence, and he suspects she is a member of the One Heart group, which is their enemy. Now Feng Farhan says that absolutely not, they have kept that girl for a mission which they are secretly investigating, so he tells him to stop provoking his brother against them. And Yuan Sahib says that okay, then why not make a competition between Jinxie and that girl Luji? If Jinxie wins, then the mission they are talking about will be given to Jinxie, and after that they will also hand over that girl Luji to him. If Luji wins, then he will tell them his father's address where he is. They are searching for him, right, so they can go and catch him. Well, he was not going to accept this condition anyway. For now, he just says in front of Zhu that they will think about it. Running, he comes to Luji and asks if she is okay. Whatever happened there, she already knows about it. Seeing blood on his hand, she immediately starts washing it, and Luji likes this gesture of his a lot. Day by day, the attraction in her heart for him is increasing. Jinxie also gets the news that Luji is actually Ji's younger sister. She does not tell this to Yuan because she knows how much he loves Ji. She had also seen that day that he was crying only because of Ji. Although he tries to hide it as much as he can, she never wanted any girl to come into Yuan's life, and she had already decided that she would confess her love to him. She comes close to him, but when he pushes her away angrily without saying anything, she leaves from there, thinking that right now is not the time. After taking a shower, she comes out when suddenly Jian and Feng also arrive. Seeing both of them, she hides and starts listening to their conversation. And whatever discussion happened with Yuan, Jian asks him what he has thought. Will he arrange the competition between Jinxie and Luji or not? He says that absolutely not, he cannot put Luji in danger. And about going on the mission, they already know that their uncle works with the One Heart group, group boss. If they find their uncle, then through him they will know who the boss of the One Heart group is, and they will catch him too. They have to finish that enemy. He says that they have to send at least one girl among the dancers. For now, he does not want to talk about this. And because she had heard all these things, she understands everything. In the next scene, Luji comes. Seeing her, he immediately covers her face and starts asking what she is doing there. But she does not answer directly what she was doing there. Well, she starts saying that she is ready to compete with Jinsi and is also ready to go on that secret mission they were talking about, but he refuses. He also says that if she wants to know who her enemy is who was responsible for her sister's death, he is ready to tell her that. And finally, he tells her that it was their uncle who accidentally killed her because he thought she was a member of the One Heart group. Now there was actually no such thing. She becomes very sad. Now she decides that she will finish the work of their uncle. And about taking part in the competition, she says that she will go on that mission and Jinsi will not be sent at all. In the next scene, in front of everyone, she says that they should make her own master. If they train her, then she will surely win that competition. Now everyone supports her, saying that yes, the boss should listen to her. And anyway, she has now become a member of their community, and they believe she will surely win. After hearing all this, as everyone supports her, and the votes go in her favor, he has to accept and says that okay, he will train her himself. And he becomes her master. Their training starts, and during training, they also come quite close. Their bonding becomes stronger day by day. In the next scene, Jian also joins them. A lot of time passes in their training. Now finally, the day of the competition arrives. They all wish her the best of luck. They are sure that Luji will win as they have given her good training. In the next scene, the other party also arrives, and along with them Commander Zhu also comes, meaning their elder brother himself comes to watch. In the next scene, we see a flashback where a few days ago she suddenly asked Feng if her sister really loved him. He says no, not at all. Then she asks why she wanted to marry him. He says maybe because of her background strength. He does not know the reason, but he knows she did not love him. Now the next question comes, did he also love her sister? He says no. Hearing this, she gets surprised. Now a small hope rises in her heart that maybe she still has a chance. In the next scene, the competition starts. Both fight strongly. Suddenly her pocket watch falls down. Seeing this, Yuan immediately stops the competition and declares Luji the winner. Seeing this, she becomes very happy and immediately hugs him, but then she realizes and moves away from Feng. He feels very emotional. Suddenly his eyes fall on a blade and Feng gets very angry that Jinsi used a blade there. He says he will not leave her. If Luji had gotten hurt, her life could have been in danger. He immediately goes to Yuan to ask about this, and Yuan's reaction is surprising. He himself hurts himself and says not to say anything to Jinsi. He will deal with her himself. He agrees that it was their mistake and they should not have done that. Now he has apologized on Jinsi's behalf. At night they come together to celebrate. While eating, she asks him to drink with her and he clearly refuses. So she says okay, then let's play a game. If she wins, then he will let her drink. This is a hand fight. She does not have strength like him, but still she tries hard. Meanwhile, they come very close. He first thinks of kissing her, but then stops himself. Then she suddenly pushes his hand down strongly and wins the game. Something goes into her eye and he cleans it for her. On the other side, we see Yuan. After seeing that pocket watch, he realizes that Luji is Ji's younger sister because he had given the same pocket watch to her as a gift. He feels very sad that he was trying to harm Ji's younger sister, thinking she was the enemy. And he puts all the blame on Jinsi, saying she knew this and did not tell him before. Then he tells her to leave from there. She first kisses him and then slaps him, saying she agrees and accepts that he is right. In the next scene, Luji says that she likes him. She confesses her feelings, but then she herself rejects him and says that he is not worthy of her at all. Crying, she leaves that group from there. Luji becomes very drunk and starts missing her family and becomes emotional. Her friend wipes her tears and tries his best to cheer her up. They gift her some glitter and things and she likes it a lot. Here both of them together create a lot of chaos and destruction. Now they try every possible way so that she does not get hurt. Meanwhile, as they come close, she cannot control her emotions and kisses him. This moment is very surprising for Feng as well. After that, she becomes so drunk that she faints there and he holds her hand and blushes. When he is about to leave after laying her on the sofa, she holds his hand hand and does not let him go. She does not let him leave for the whole night. The next day, when she opens her eyes, she notices that he is still there sleeping. But actually Luji is awake. She does not have the courage to get up. And this scene is also seen by Jian. Later, he teases his brother a lot, asking if he is smiling. He says there is nothing like that. Now he asks him to tell him about the mission he sent him for. Finally, they say yes, they have won the competition. So the address that June told them, they now know that his father really lives there. Now their next mission is to prepare that place and send Luji there so that no one suspects anything. And through her uncle, they have to find out who the boss of the One Heart group is. Now when they come back, he has made breakfast for them. He also teases them while talking and tries to tell them what happened last night. But she does not remember anything. She has completely forgotten that she kissed him at night. The only thing she remembers is that she created chaos. Now he changes the topic and says that if his brother himself does not want to show his feelings, then he will also not say anything. Now they discuss the next plan. After this, when they go out for a walk, Fong tries to hold her hand but fails. They start playing a game in which Luji is not at all an expert. She keeps losing every time. He thinks of helping her from behind, but his shot also misses. Now another lady starts making fun of her, saying that with so much confidence she came to play this game. Now he gives a strong reply and wins the game. The gifts he gets, he gives them to Luji and tells her to wait there, and he goes to get something for her. But then Yuan takes her from there, and when Fong returns, Luji is gone. Fong gets worried about where she went. Here Yuan apologizes by holding her feet, saying that he did not know she is Ji's younger sister. If she got hurt because of him, then she should please forgive him. And he shows her the same pocket watch that Luji has and says that this was given to him by her sister. They both were very close. He also tells how he first met her. He says that she was not a good girl at that time, and he was a gangster type person. And your sister did not like that at all. I changed myself for her. I used to secretly drop her home so no one could hurt her. Slowly we became friends, but I do not know whether she loved me or not. I had already given my heart to her. Meanwhile, Fong also arrives very angry like a lion, asking why you kidnapped Luji. Now she says no, it is not like you think. Rather, John brought me here to apologize. And she tells that this is the same man whom my sister loved. Hearing this, John gets shocked and says, did your sister really like me? Is it true? She also says yes. Now these people were about to leave. Their next mission was how. In the next scene, they also discuss catching Yuan's father. Yuan says that he can help them in this. He says his father told him to send some dancer girl. If she goes there as one of those dancer girls, then no one will suspect that there is any spy. But he clearly says, you guys leave it, we will decide everything ourselves. Mink was not going to listen to him at all. He was still angry at him. Their enmity with Yuan was already confirmed. On the way back, their car breaks down. It means someone was watching them, maybe their uncle. He locks her inside the car so she cannot get out and sends goons to finish the job. She gets very tense thinking how she will fight alone. But luckily, she finds a gun with which she not only opens the car door but also fights the goon. Both of them together badly defeat them. Meanwhile, Jian also enters and helps them in this trouble. Fong was worried about Luji if she was okay, and he says yes, she is fine. Jian already checked her. Jian also says that we will spread rumors that Fong has become crippled because of today's incident, so our uncle gets false news and becomes relaxed. And then we will strike him in a way he will remember his whole life. In the next scene, they take Luji to Feng's boutique to get some dresses. This surprises Luji a lot because she did not know they also do business. On the other side, we finally see the uncle, who is a member of One Heart group. He had given a task to some people to bring dancer girls to please a man in a club, but that man was not getting satisfied at all. That man was Mr. Zhu, who had to sign a deal with the priest boss of One Heart group, but his demands were not ending. No matter how many girls they brought, he did not like any of them. And outside the club, Commander Zhu also arrives without telling Fong and Jian. He does not notice the uncle there. He did not tell Fong and Jian about this because if they found out, he would lie that he came to find the uncle. Now he also needed money for his residence and army. The lady he came to meet was actually his ex-girlfriend Shin. Seeing her, he goes into his past memories where she suddenly broke up with him. She did not want any connection with him anymore. He begged her a lot, but she did not listen. Today, he meets her again by chance and cancels his plan. Meanwhile, Priest Uncle had given her a mission to make Commander Zhu agree to sign a contract. She starts flirting, thinking Zhu still has feelings for her, but he gets angry and tells her to stay away. And he leaves without any response, saying, I don't want any business with you people. On the other side, Luji gets ready wearing the dress Fong selected for her. She looks very pretty. Suddenly she gets hurt when something falls. Fong immediately picks her up and checks her injury. He notices her hair is undone and says he will fix it. He covers her face while doing her hair and they come very close, but Jian arrives and Luji runs away blushing. Outside, Luji sees a stall and goes to buy popsicle. Shin also comes but forgets her money, so Luji pays. Shin thanks her and remembers her younger sister who loved orange popsicles. Luji is given a fan for dancing. She asks if it is for hitting people. Fong says no, it is to attract people. Jian knows everything and starts teaching her dancing in a strange way, while Fong watches her closely. Jian gets shocked by her moves, but she slowly learns dancing. Fong cannot take his eyes off her. Jian suggests partner dance practice, but Fong interrupts saying she will practice only with him. Jian teases Fong, saying if he looks at her and gets forced to kiss her within 20 seconds, it will prove she doesn't need training. He keeps teasing Fong, who pushes him away, making her smile. It is revealed that Jian used to kill dancer girls who came to impress him, and Shin and the club manager had to dispose of the body. Shin was forced and blackmailed because her sister Lily is controlled by the One Heart Group boss priest. Shin's missions are to send a girl to Jian, cooperate with Commander Zhu, and make her ex fall in love again, all to save her sister. Fong teaches Luji sign language for secret communication. Next day, Luji enters the club as a dancer while Fong secretly follows her. Shin recognizes her from before, but Yuan steps in and says she came with him. Because Yuan is linked with them, they accept it and Luji is saved. Yuan asks for thanks, but Fong feels jealous seeing him touch Luji's shoulder and refuses to shake his hand. Yuan notices Feng's jealousy. Meanwhile, Commander Zhu sees his ex with another man, gets angry and orders his assistant to break his bone. Later, he rejects her despite her trying to get close again. Outside, it rains as she tries to approach him with an umbrella, but he gives her one and leaves. Inside the club, when Uncle arrives to check the dancer girls, Luji sees him and gets furious. She remembers he killed her sister. She tries to attack him, but people notice and the situation gets controlled. Uncle is also there for a meeting with priest. Meanwhile, all the girls are taken to Feng's boutique because they had only half an hour. In the next scene, guards were also present. Now measurements were being taken, and in that excuse, she came close to him for discussion. She tells him everything and also says that when she saw the uncle today, she really felt like killing him right there. But what could she do? He somehow escaped. Meanwhile, Yuan is being held by those girls. The poor guy is in real trouble. Somehow that half hour gets completed and all the girls leave from there. Jian says handling these girls is more difficult than fighting. Now the uncle starts doubting that maybe among these dancer girls there is a spy. I need to find out who it is, otherwise it will become a problem in our way. He calls all the girls to his theater. Jian runs and gives this news to Fong. Fong immediately gets worried about Luji and rushes towards her. On the other side, all the girls are in Uncle's hands, and he is questioning them. He says, "Tell me the truth, who among you is spying here? Otherwise I will kill you one by one." He starts checking their stamps and marks. She gets scared that there is a mark on my waist. What if they find out? To save her, the same girl who went to meet Fong earlier gives her an idea and she follows it. Then she fights and handles the situation and completely dominates the uncle. Before he could kill him, Fong also arrives with his men. He stops her and says, "Why are you getting your hands covered in blood? Give the uncle to us." But she does not stop and directly stabs the uncle with a knife. Yuan also arrives while seeing this and helps them escape, saying he will handle everything. Now Shin and manager Ji also reach there. They make it look like Yuan's father was killed by him. Because of Yuan, once again they all get saved. Make paragraphs, and your sister did not like that at all. I changed myself for her. I used to secretly drop her home so no one could hurt her. Slowly we became friends, but I do not know whether she loved me or not. I had already given my heart to her. Meanwhile, Fong also arrives very angry like a lion, asking why you kidnapped Luji. Now she says, "No, it is not like you think. Rather, John brought me here to apologize." And she tells that this is the same man whom my sister loved. Hearing this, John gets shocked and says, "Did your sister really like me? Is it true?" She also says yes. Now these people were about to leave. Their next mission was how. In the next scene, they also discuss catching Yuan's father. Yuan says that he can help them in this. He says his father told him to send some dancer girl. If she goes there as one of those dancer girls, then no one will suspect that there is any spy. But he clearly says, "You guys leave it, we will decide everything ourselves." Mink was not going to listen to him at all. He was still angry at him. Their enmity with Yuan was already confirmed. On the way back, their car breaks down. It means someone was watching them, maybe their uncle. He locks her inside the car so she cannot get out and sends goons to finish the job. She gets very tense thinking how she will fight alone. But luckily, she finds a gun with which she not only opens the car door but also fights the goon. Both of them together badly defeat them. Meanwhile, Jian also enters and helps them in this trouble. Feng was worried about Luji if she was okay, and he says yes, she is fine. Jian already checked her. Jian also says that we will spread rumors that Feng has become crippled because of today's incident, so our uncle gets false news and becomes relaxed. And then we will strike him in a way he will remember his whole life. In the next scene, they take Luji to Feng's boutique to get some dresses. This surprises Luji a lot because she did not know they also do business. On the other side, we finally see the uncle, who is a member of One Heart Group. He had given a task to some people to bring dancer girls to please a man in a club, but that man was not getting satisfied at all. That man was Mr. Ju, who had to sign a deal with the priest boss of One Heart Group, but his demands were not ending. No matter how many girls they brought, he did not like any of them. And outside the club, Commander Ju also arrives without telling Feng and Jian. He does not notice the uncle there. He did not tell Feng and Jian about this because if they found out, he would lie that he came to find the uncle. Now he also needed money for his residence and army. The lady he came to meet was actually his ex-girlfriend Shin. Seeing her, he goes into his past memories where she suddenly broke up with him. She did not want any connection with him anymore. He begged her a lot, but she did not listen. Today, he meets her again by chance and cancels his plan. Meanwhile, priest uncle had given her a mission to make Commander Zhu agree to sign a contract. She starts flirting thinking Zhu still has feelings for her, but he gets angry and tells her to stay away. And he leaves without any response, saying, "I don't want any business with you people." On the other side, Luji gets ready wearing the dress Feng selected for her. She looks very pretty. Suddenly, she gets hurt, something falls down. Feng immediately picks her up and checks her injury. He notices her hair is not done, so he says, "Let me do it." He covers her face while doing it, and they come very close. But then they hear Jian coming, and Luji runs away blushing. Outside, Luji sees a stall and goes to buy popsicle. Then Shin also comes there, but she realizes she forgot money. Luji pays for her. She thanks her and remembers her younger sister, who loved orange popsicles. Now Luji also gets a new identity. She is given a fan for dancing. She asks if it is for hitting someone. Feng says no, it is to attract people. Jian knows everything. Now Jian is the one teaching her dancing, and he also behaves crazily. And Feng is watching all her strange dance skills. In the next scene, Jian himself gets shocked and says, "What are you doing?" Anyway, Jian's hard work pays off, and she finally learns dancing. Here, Feng cannot take his eyes off her at all. Meanwhile, Jian suddenly says, "If you have to do partner dance, what will you do? Come, I will teach you." But Feng comes in between and says, "No, she will practice only with me." So Jian also says, okay, I will give you some time. If in this time you attract Feng towards yourself, I mean both of you have to look at each other eye to eye. If because of this Feng gets forced to kiss you within 20 seconds, then I will prove you don't even need dance training. And he keeps teasing Feng, "Do you feel like kissing her?" Now Feng suddenly pushes him and makes him fall. Seeing this, she starts smiling. In the next scene, we get to know that all the dancer girls who used to come to this club to impress Mr. Jian, he never got impressed by them. Instead, he used to kill those girls. Now the club manager Mr. Jian and the lady boss Shin had the responsibility to dispose of those bodies. But Shin didn't want to do this. She was forced and blackmailed. Her younger sister Lily was in the control of the One Heart Group boss priest, so she is forced to do all this work to save her sister. One of her missions was to send a good girl to Mr. Jian, so he gets impressed and signs the contract with priest. And the second mission was to cooperate with Commander Zhu. She was also being forced for this. Her biggest mission was to make her ex fall in love with her again, which was very difficult. But she had to do all this to save her sister. Feng teaches Luji sign language so they can communicate secretly if needed. Next day, Luji enters the club like other dancer girls. Feng secretly also comes there to make sure she does not get into trouble. Mr. Jian checks all the girls' identity. As soon as Shin sees Luji, she recognizes her immediately. She remembers she saw her a week ago at the stall, but now she is being told she just came to the city. To handle this situation, Yuan comes forward and says, "She came with me." Both Shin and Master Jian recognize him that he works for them and also for priest, and he is young Master Yuan, so they cannot doubt him. Because of this, Luji is saved and they let her stay. On the way back, Yuan says, "At least you should thank me." But Feng feels jealous because he saw him touching Luji's shoulder. He even refuses to shake hands with him. Yuan clearly notices Feng's jealousy. On the other side, Commander Zhu sees his ex-girlfriend with another man and gets jealous. Shin had called him for a discussion about cooperation, but seeing her with another man, he gets angry and orders his assistant to break his bone. Then he leaves. When she tries to come close again, he rejects her. Outside, it starts raining. She tries to come close by asking for an umbrella, but he gives her one and leaves. Inside the club, when Uncle arrives to check the dancer girls, Luji sees him and gets furious. She remembers he killed her sister. She tries to attack him, but people notice and the situation gets controlled. Uncle is also there for a meeting with Priest. Meanwhile, all the girls are taken to Fang's boutique because they had only half an hour. In the next scene, guards were also present. Now measurements were being taken, and in that excuse, she came close to him for discussion. She tells him everything and also says that when she saw the uncle today, she really felt like killing him right there. But what could she do? He somehow escaped. Meanwhile, Yuan is being held by those girls. The poor guy is in real trouble. Somehow that half hour gets completed, and all the girls leave from there. Jian says handling these girls is more difficult than fighting. Now the uncle starts doubting that maybe among these dancer girls there is a spy. I need to find out who it is, otherwise it will become a problem in our way. He calls all the girls to his theater. Jian runs and gives this news to Feng. Feng immediately gets worried about Luji and rushes towards her. On the other side, all the girls are in Uncle's hands, and he is questioning them. He says, "Tell me the truth, who among you is spying here? Otherwise I will kill you one by one." He starts checking their stamps and marks. She gets scared that there is a mark on my waist. What if they find out? To save her, the same girl who went to meet Feng earlier gives her an idea and she follows it. Then she fights and handles the situation and completely dominates the uncle. Before he could kill him, Feng also arrives with his men. He stops her and says, "Why are you getting your hands covered in blood? Give the uncle to us." But she does not stop and directly stabs the uncle with a knife. Yuan also arrives while seeing this and helps them escape, saying he will handle everything. Now Shin and manager Ji also reach there. They make it look like Yuan's father was killed by him. Because of Yuan, once again they all get saved. Now all the girls faint, only Luji is conscious and pretends to be emotional. Acting like this incident was very shocking for her. All brothers come for drinking and Yuan also joins them. They think she will be sad about her father's death, but she says she does not care at all. She says in childhood he used to bully her and her mother, so it is good that he died. Now her friendship with both brothers also becomes stronger. On the other side, manager Ji comes and asks her, "Tell me the truth, were you the one behind everything? Because only you were conscious among all girls." She denies it and says nothing like that happened. He believes her. Then he gives her an opportunity and says, "If you do my work, your life will become successful." That work is that the girl they selected for Mr. Jian will now be Luji. Now their mission is very close to completion. Even after killing the uncle, she is not happy. She secretly meets Feng and tells him everything. He can only comfort her. She becomes very emotional. On the other side, manager Ji gives her a threat that Priest has ordered you to cooperate with Commander Zhu as soon as possible, otherwise your sister will suffer consequences you cannot imagine. They hear some noise, so they pretend that Feng is harassing her. She even slaps him in front of them. So manager Ji does not suspect anything. He even pays her money and leaves. Now both Jian and Feng are sure that Shen is also a member of the One Heart group, and they decide to investigate her. In the next scene, Jian tells Feng that he should find out whom she meets and who she is getting closer to. He says, "Tell me everything." Meanwhile, Commander Zhu is meeting Shen again, the same woman who keeps asking him to cooperate. He also comes to meet her, but he cannot control his anger. He is still hurt because she broke up with him. He asks, "What was lacking in me? Why did you leave me?" Then he warns her again, "If I see you again, I will show you what I can do." And in anger, he even shoots himself. After this, he leaves from there. She feels helpless and says, "What can I do now? Until Priest does not release my younger sister, I cannot do anything. I have to go near him." In the next scene, Luji is prepared to meet Mr. Jian. Archian comes and tells her, "Do you know all dancer girls who went to meet Mr. Jian? He used to get them killed if he was not satisfied." Now she gets worried. Oh no, we have put Luji in danger. Earlier, they didn't know that. Feng comes to stop her in the club, but she is already ready and goes to the second floor. She signals him that she is fine and everything is under control. This gives him some relief. Suddenly the lights also start failing and everyone is asked to leave. Now she goes to Mr. Jian. He seems mentally unstable. At first, she tries to impress him with her performance, but he gives her a knife and says, "Attack me. I want to see how much damage you can do." Outside, people are waiting for a signal to start their operation. She does exactly what Mr. Jian told her. Now he looks satisfied and says, "Go tell Priest that I am ready for cooperation." Actually, on the same day they were planning to kill Priest, during the contract signing. Shin also becomes happy that one task is complete and she gets a day off. She happily comes to meet Fong and tells him everything. She even indirectly confesses her feelings, saying, "I don't know what will happen tomorrow." She asks him, "Do you like me too?" Before he can answer, Jian arrives and ruins the moment. Both of them stare at him annoyed. On the other side, Priest is happy that one mission is complete. He gives another contract and orders Shin to make Commander Ju sign it. Now she is worried again. She goes to stop Commander Ju from leaving. He asks, "What is your problem? Tell me." When she comes closer, he cannot control his emotions and kisses her. She first pushes him away, but after holding back her feelings for so long, they finally come together emotionally. Then she tells him everything about her problem, that her sister Lily is in Priest's control, and she is being forced to cooperate. He says, "You should have told me earlier. I was angry at you for no reason." Now he decides to help her no matter what. She is the same girl he loves deeply. He tells her, "I will talk to Priest myself." Meanwhile, Jian tells Fong that Shin is not close to anyone else, but she is getting very close to Commander Zhu. Now they start doubting maybe Commander Zhu is also involved with Priest. They decide they must go and ask him directly. In the next scene, Commander Zhu comes to discuss cooperation with Priest, and he puts forward two conditions in front of him. In the next scene, it is said that you will not sign any project with Mr. John at all. Now finally, the signing day arrives and Master Jian gets angry because Commander Zhu has added some conditions which he is not ready to accept at all. He says, "Do whatever you want, I will not agree." As he is leaving, Priest shoots at him from behind and kills him. And again, he tries to kill Luji too to finish her completely. There is chaos and panic in the club. Fong cannot leave Luji alone. Meanwhile, when Priest is leaving, Fong suddenly sees him and his eyes open wide in shock. But we will find out later why. For now, his only job was to take Luji out of danger. Both of them get into the car and sit. Fong says, "You wanted my answer about how I feel, right?" He confesses, "I fell in love with you at first sight." And with that, he kisses her. Outside, Priest's men are waiting to attack them. They are Uncle's men. Both Fong and Luji fight them together and defeat them. Before more trouble happens, Jian arrives with his team. Now they feel a bit relieved. Fang's hands are covered in blood. He keeps apologizing. "It was never my intention to drag you into all this. Because of me, this happened. I could not protect you properly." Hearing this, Luji also becomes emotional. "I never thought I would have to face all this in my life." After coming home, Fong tries to clear his doubts. He goes through many files and finally finds something shocking. Now it is revealed that Luji is not someone else's daughter, but she is Priest's own daughter. The same Priest who is their biggest enemy. It means Fong has fallen in love with his enemy's daughter. He never even imagined this. They all thought Luji and Ji's father was killed, but that was only a misunderstanding. This truth hurts him the most. He shares everything with Jian. Jian asks, "Now what will you do? You love her so much, right?" Somehow Fong makes a plan. One condition of Priest is already accepted by Zhu. Now they ask what next. Fong says, "You will not disturb Shin anymore, and you will not use her for your mission." But Priest refuses and says her treatment is going on. "I cannot release her yet." Fong agrees. "Okay, we know she is under treatment. Once she is fine, we will take her away." Then he says, "Now show me your real face." As soon as Priest removes his mask, Zhu is shocked. He realizes this is Luji's father. On the way back, he apologizes that because of him, Zhu had to sign the deal with Priest. But Zhu says, "Don't worry, we will also save your sister." He happily goes home with him, thinking now everything will be fine. On the other side, Fong comes to Luji with two options. First, complete your studies and create a new identity. Second, leave this country. Luji is shocked. "How can you say this? You love me, right? Then how can you send me away?" But Fong denies it coldly. "Who told you I love you? I just said whatever came to my mind. There is nothing like that. I just want you away from my sight." Hearing this, Luji becomes very emotional and cries, "You promised you will protect me and make me happy, and now you are saying this?" She refuses to accept it. Fang's heart also hurts seeing her cry. But he thinks if Priest finds out she is his daughter, he will take her away forever. So for her safety, it is better she leave. Luji gets heartbroken. She kisses him, then pushes him away and says, "Fine, if you don't like me anymore, then I also have no feelings for you. I will leave from here." In the next scene, she completes her wish and packs her bags and leaves from there. Jian tries to stop her, but she does not stop. The poor guy also looks very upset, thinking, will Luji never come back? Fong had actually sent him to follow her so she does not fall into any danger. When he comes comes out to check on her. Luji sees him and quickly hides on the side. She thinks, I don't want him to see me. I don't want any connection with them anymore. It is raining heavily and there is lightning. Because of fear and stress, Luji faints. Next day, when she opens her eyes, she finds herself in Priest's place. Priest introduces himself and says, don't be scared. I am your father. Hearing this, she is completely shocked. On the other side, they realize they could not find Luji anywhere, so her father must have taken her. Now it becomes very difficult to save her from his control. Jian first goes to his brother and asks, what is your relationship with Shin? And do you know she is a member of the One Heart group? He says, yes, I know everything. He even tells about the deal he was signing with them, that he needed money, so he had to do it. Jian gets angry. So you also joined Priest and didn't tell us? But Commander Zhu does not care anymore about his word. Now his girlfriend's sister is in their hands, so he cannot do anything. He must save her at any cost for his girlfriend. On the other side, Luji's father is poisoning her mind against Feng's family. He says they used to do business together, but they attacked us. They tried to kill us. Even Ji's death was caused by Feng's family. And Commander Zhu also ordered his uncle to kill my daughter. He keeps filling her mind with lies, but Luji still feels something is wrong. Her father asks her to join their group and take revenge. She says, okay father, I will do as you say. But in her heart, she still supports Feng. Meanwhile, Priest calls Commander Zhu and tells him if you want the deal to succeed, you must hand over Bronze Leaf. Otherwise, they will never allow business. He also says his daughter is coming to him. Now Luji also arrives at the residence. She tells them they have two choices, either surrender or shut down their business, but he refuses. To convince her father, she even points a knife at Commander Zhu, but secretly signals Feng. It is the same sign language Feng taught her. It means, I miss you. Feng understands her signal immediately. Now he agrees to shut down the group. Everyone is shocked how easily he agreed. But Feng already knew Luji is not on her father's side. He thinks, my mistake, I could not protect her, and pushed her away. That is why she ended up here. Luji overhears this secretly and becomes very emotional. She realizes Feng trusted the wrong information and her father is the one lying. Next scene, they're on the side. When she comes out from here, her friend is there whose name is Rui. She had already met her sister before. After that, they had decided how they will destroy the One Heart group because many wrong things were happening in their country because of it. Commander Zhu had secretly got Shin's sister investigation done by telling assistant Shu. Meanwhile, he comes to know that she was already dead long ago. And Priest was just using her sister's name and kept blackmailing this poor girl for a long time. He did not want to tell her this, because he knew that hearing this she would become very emotional. Next scene, as they had decided, she reaches that place. And here Feng and Luji both were being watched by Shu, who wanted to go and tell everyone what is happening between them. Because in front of everyone they act like they are fighting, so they must have come here to talk about something. Next scene, as soon as Feng notices Shu, he starts fighting. He also tells that someone is watching us, so do what I am doing. And here both of them secretly close the doors. Meanwhile, when he is listening to their talk, Jian sees him from behind and makes him unconscious. And he signals Feng about this. Now he stops fighting. After that, he also apologizes and says that I love you very much. She gets angry and says that if you already knew who my father is, then why did you not tell me? This is your mistake. Anyway, after being away from each other for so many days, they realize how much they love each other. Now they decide that they will never leave each other again. Next scene, their next mission is with Rui. They attend all the meetings together. She tells Feng how when Priest's goods arrive, we will destroy everything together, and no enemy will be left. He agrees and had come especially to meet Rui. Now all of them start planning what to do next. Meanwhile, Shin gets the news. She sees all the reports that her sister is dead and how Priest kept lying to her. She becomes very emotional. Commander Zhu consoles her and says, do not worry, we will take revenge from Priest. Next scene, they go to meet them. Their luggage was also stolen. They were blaming Priest for everything. Even their guns were pointed at each other. Now they also find out that they were being lied to for a long time, that her sister is alive. This truth is also exposed. Commander Zhu gets a big shock. His assistant was actually working with Priest, meaning he had become a member of the One Heart group, and no one even knew about it. Here to save Commander Zhu, she shoots Priest, and as Shu attacks, he shoots her back. He becomes very tense. Right now he has to save Shin, but Shu was already shot, and he thinks it is better if she dies. Next scene, Jinsey Madam enters. She also becomes a member of the One Heart group. Priest is not alive now, so someone behind the scenes, the mastermind, sends Jinsey to handle everything. Next scene, Jian tells Luji that her father has died. So next, they're shown in a sad situation. She was upset that she did not want him to die like this. Next scene, Feng tries to console her while she is emotional. What can we do? Whoever does wrong things gets this kind of end. Shin was also shot. Her survival was very difficult. She says, my wish is I want to see sunset. Will you show me? He immediately agreed. Next scene, they are walking in the forest. She is taking a promise that if I die, will you take me in next life to see sunset again? He promises yes, of course, and says nothing will happen to you. And suddenly she dies. Her condition had already become very bad. Doctors had already said she cannot survive. Seeing his lover die in front of his eyes, Commander Zhu becomes very emotional. At night, while he is drinking, some men come and disturb him. All this was seen by his brothers. Now they cannot tolerate anymore. They beat all the goons badly. They ask their brother to come with them, but Commander Zhu refuses and says, I did very wrong. I disappointed everyone. I joined priests. I am responsible for all this. Next scene, they are completely without courage. And from there they hide, thinking, I don't want to talk to anyone. What will my brothers think about me? Commander Zhu does not even come to his residence anymore. Meanwhile, Assistant Zhu had handled everything. Although he was shot at the right time, Jinsi came and helped him. So he joins hands with Jinsi. Now they control the whole army force on their side. Now they are worried about how they will solve this. On the other hand, Jinsi had come back and becomes a member of the One Heart group. In the morning, they also tell you about this. And they say, maybe she has come back for you, she used to like you, right? Now go and ask her properly where all the business and information that was going to be transferred to One Heart group has been hidden. Next scene, when he goes to Jinsi to talk, she puts one condition. If you want to know where everything is hidden, and if you want no one to get hurt, then you have to give yourself to me. And right now you have to kiss me. As she comes close, he pushes her away. She gets angry and says, fine, until you don't give yourself to me, I will not tell anything. Now see how much loss your people suffer because of this. And she leaves from there. After that, whatever conversation happened between them, she told everyone. Jian says she is just asking for a kiss. What is wrong in that? He says you stay aside. Next scene, he asks Feng, if you ever get stuck in such a situation, what will you do? Will you kiss another girl you don't even like? At the same time, Luji is also watching this. He says no, I will never get into such a situation. Next scene, they all make a plan together. On the other hand, the next day, he finally goes back to Jinsi again, saying, I am ready to do whatever you say. She understands that he has come only for information. She secretly observes his investigation. Then she tells him there was a list, and if you find that list, you will know where everything is and you can destroy it. He gets worried, but finally he manages to take that list. Next scene, when he tells everyone that he had to face all this to find the location, everyone starts smiling and teasing him. After a long time, Commander Zhu also returns to his army. Here, he still has full dominance. No one has the courage to stop him from entering the office. Zhu is very happy, thinking that now everything belongs to me and Commander cannot take it back. But here he shoots Zhu and kills him, saying this is your ending. After that, they distribute money outside and remove the army from there. Now he already knows where the goods will be delivered. Feng and all the brothers plan to destroy it. He gives the location to Yuan and says, go and tell everyone, do what I am telling you. As soon as Yuan leaves, he shoots himself, thinking the girl for whom I was alive is dead, so I should also go to her. Commander Zhu also dies in this world. On the other side, they are worried because the location Jinsi gave has nothing. They feel Jinsi has lied. And yes, that was true. Her real intention was to kidnap Luji. And finally, she succeeds. She tells Luji, let's see if your man comes to save you or not. He has two choices, either destroy the goods or save you. Let's see how much he loves you. On the other side, Feng comes to destroy the goods. People think he is alone, but that is not true. His friends are also with him. Bronze Leaf members are also there, and Jian and Yen are also present. Seeing him walking around, Jinsi says, do you want to fight with me? No matter how much we fight, I will still win. Just then Yuan enters and tells Luji to go from here. Your Feng is waiting. I will handle everything here. Meanwhile, Jinsi's man fights him, but she cannot tolerate this and sends that man away. Then she confesses that she has always wanted attention and love because she never got love from her parents, only you always cared for her, but it never worked out. Meanwhile, she brings her men and says all members of One Heart group have been captured. Now I am here to capture Jinsi. She refuses and says I did wrong, so I must be punished. Next scene, after all this, she has to suffer for her punishment, and she leaves from there with all of them. After a lot of searching, finally her eyes fall on Feng. He was waiting for her outside to come out. She runs to him and hugs him, and she starts saying, see, I am not a burden on you, right? In the previous scene, both of them had already decided that he will go to distract the goods and she will handle Jinsi herself because she already knew how to fight. Now the same thing happens. Both tasks get completed at the same time, and they become very happy, thinking now there is no one who can separate us. Next scene, these three brothers and Luji are shown with Commander Zhu and Shen in funeral. Now they already get the news that one of their brothers has died, and they feel very sad about his death. They regret the most that if you had told us earlier what problems you were facing, we would never have let you die. Next scene, we are shown a time skip of 6 years. Feng and Luji are now married, and they also have a cute little daughter. They have taken taken care of their bronze leaf group, and they are now going on another mission. And with this happy and cute family,